Al, we got another state of play to talk about.
Japan.
Japan edition. Japan. Yeah, they decided, hey, we're just gonna do a state of play from about games from Japan and Asia, and get some dude who was like a concierge in Death Come
Death Come
True to
True.
be the host. It was real weird. Like he's kind of just this random dude, and it's like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely
Um,
hasn't been in anything big besides Death Come True.
no. I mean, he seemed to do a fine job. I mean, I guess he's been on
He did
camera
have that
before.
really, really nice comfy
He
cardigan.
did look very comfy in that. Yes, that is true. But yes,
He's just a guy.
just a random dude. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the state of play that happened last week. Chit chat about that here on this week's episode of the Season Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Lady
Hello.
This is episode 464. So let's talk about a state of play. Nothing super big to come out of this. Like it was mostly
No.
a lot of stuff. It was kind of just like, hey, let's check back in with this thing that's already been announced, or here this thing's getting DLC. Let's check in with that type of deal. So kind of low stakes going into it. I don't know what the general populace thought of it, because I have not looked at that, and I assume it's probably just ranging from, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, to, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever.
You mean like every other state of play that ever exists?
That's, yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
We began with Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. They showed us off previously. We got a new trailer of it. There was some character that was in there that people were like, "Whoa, it's that guy."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know who that is. I played Dragon Quest 1. Let me tell you about my experience playing Dragon Quest 1 on the Switch.
Okay, tell me about it.
A lot of grinding.
I played Dragon Warrior.
I mean, yeah, same thing.
I know, I'm just saying I played it when it was Dragon Warrior on the NES.
Uh
Has like the best stair sound in any video game ever.
they announced a release date for it of February the 5th of 2026. GTA 6 was like, "Whoa, Dragon Quest, we got to get out of the way."
um the character models on this still creep me out.
It's very weird. It's certainly a style for sure.
I'm trying to remember what the character
I remember he had a name. Well,
he
obviously he had a
did.
name. I
He
just
did.
remember it feeling like it was like a name I like. It's like a unique name, or just like a name that I associated with something else. I mean, I could click this gameplay trailer and kind of mute it,
Yeah,
because the audio will bleed through.
I feel like it's like an actor's name.
Blah 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 blah.
Kiefer.
Oh yeah. That was why. Kiefer Sutherland stars as Kiefer in Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
Right, that's why I recognized the name because I was like, oh, that's just Kiefer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna get drunk and jump into a Christmas tree.
All right. Well, I don't know who this character is because I am not a Dragon Quest girly,
But apparently they are a deal of some sort.
apparently. But yeah, the character models still freak me out. I don't know how to explain how I feel about them other than they creep me out.
Yeah. After that, we got Inconbini One Store Mini Stories. It is a indie game where you are manning a 1990s Japanese convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
It looked really neat. Like, you got to
It
go
did.
and fill the shelves and everything. You chit chat with the patrons. You learn about their stories if they come back in and out and everything. And you got to make sure this Konbini stays open, I guess. It looked neat. It had a nice art style. It's an interesting idea for a game. Like, one I don't think we've really seen much of outside of like the I know like the Chilla Arts games have kind of like delved into that, but those are obviously more horror inspired. And obviously as well, like, setting it in like the 90s is fun because, make it a little period piece type deal.
Mm-hmm.
A little fun. That's coming out in April of next year. They also showed off Coffee Talk Tokyo. More of that. This is the third Coffee Talk game. You chit chat with people as you make them coffee. And this one's going to be in Tokyo. That is coming out
What?
on March the 5th.
No way. Tokyo.
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 After that, we got two games in the Broken Lore series, which I just have never heard of until this state of play. But
I
apparently,
didn't know this was a series.
they have multiple games out there. The first one is Broken Lore Unfollow. It's coming out January the 16th. It's a spooky game, and then they're making another one called Broken Lore Ascend, where you have to climb Tokyo Tower.
One
And
of
that's
them had a lady's head just burp up from her neck, and it was very creepy.
that was very funny.
I was like, lady, your head's not supposed to do that.
That second one's coming out in the summer of next year. Yeah, I guess. Let's take a look here. How many games has this series? Does this series have? If I can figure that out. Well, one of them is on itch. Oh, here we go. Just productions. What are these called? Unfollow and Ascend. There's Unfollow. Spooky Lady. Broken Lore Low. You're in a Japanese village. Broken Lore Don't Watch. You're in a Japanese village.
What?
Broken Lore Follow. You're in a Japanese village. Oh, this is just the same thing these are all just the same description for these three. Whoops. So it looks like there are three others they've made. Two of them are only on Steam. One other one is on Steam and PlayStation. So there you go. They've made multiple of these.
Wow.
After that, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake got a new trailer.
Mm-hmm.
See those girlies going around taking photos of ghosts? That's coming out on March the 12th of next year. And then, of course, Al was like perked up.
Oh, yes, I did.
She was ready.
I was so ready.
It's time to talk about the Dynasty Warriors Origins DLC.
Yes.
They had announced that this was going to be a thing coming out next year.
Yeah, they announced it when they announced the Dynasty Warriors 3 remaster or remake.
I think they announced it when they said, hey, we're going to do a remake of one of those Dynasty Warriors games, but they hadn't announced which one yet.
Right. You're right.
So yeah, this is our first look at the DLC coming out on January the 22nd of next year. It's like what, $35? I was like, holy.
I've already pre-ordered it.
I mean, of course, because it is you. I was like, dang, that's an expensive DLC. But this is going to have new stories, new weapons. If you pre-order, you get a yellow turban outfit for the main character.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to ally yourself with some new dudes who will probably also want to bone you.
Well, to be fair, two of them already kind of did.
True.
Because I'm gonna put on my Muso hat now. The four new routes are going to be Zhengjiao, which is the yellow turban route, Dong Zhuo, which is he was the guy who basically took over after Zhengjiao because he was part of the alliance, and then Louis Buis is allied with him, and then everybody has to form an alliance to take him down. That alliance is led by Yuan Shao, who is the third route. He ends up getting basically bullied out of everything by the big three. And then finally, Route 4, Louis Buis. The Lubu.
My boy.
I remember getting a text from you. You're like, I saw my boy.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Louis Buis. So yeah, that is that's cool. Like, it's neat that they're doing, like, not just like, oh, we're just doing a single story. It's like, here's 4 new story routes that you get to go do.
Yeah, I like that they get like a what if, because that was some of the fun stuff that you could do in previous games. It's just like these weird what if routes. Yeah, you also get new weaponry. You get new characters to hang out with. And then there's a new guy that nobody knows who he is. The guy at the very end that they like show him on his knees and then he looks up at you.
Yeah.
Like there's so much speculation on who that is, but nobody seems to know.
Also, did they show that you could play as that gal,
Uh, Zhou
the gal that like your buddies with or whatever?
Zhou yeah, she's I think she's a companion that can hang out with you, but
Nahone.
I don't know that she is playable.
But you could like take her, I guess, into a battle with you if need
Correct.
be. I
Yes.
don't know if that was in the original game or not, but
No.
they made mention to show that at least.
Yeah, it was not in the original that you could have companions like that. I mean, you could have companions-ish,
Yeah.
but not her
Okay.
for reasons which you wouldn't know because you haven't done the story entirely yet.
Nope. Uh Again, I would say this DLC makes sense because when we talked about this game, I put out the question of like, because we talked about it, I think, after they had announced the DLC, or at some point we talked about the DLC. And I
Hmm.
was like, do you think they, progress the story, or what do they do with the DLC? And one of the things I think you mentioned was that, like, they probably wouldn't do that. They would probably do, like, some, like, what if scenarios. And here we are. We're getting these what if scenarios. I hope, when we ally with Louis Bouis, we get to see his, his adult daughter who just shows up out of nowhere.
Oh no.
Just be funny. Like, hey, what's up? It's me. I'm Louis Bouis's daughter. And you're like, what? Excuse me? But yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
I am super excited.
As everyone is unsurprised by.
Yeah, this was like one of two things that really made me perk up quite a lot in this state of play.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Give me them Dynasty Warriors drums. Let's go.
All right, well, you have the Buso hat on. I'm gonna put on the Sim Racing hat.
All
And
right.
let's talk about Gran Turismo 7 getting a paid DLC. They are putting out that Spec 3 update in December, and this will also be going alongside of it, where it's a weird DLC because like the things that it adds is like more realistic race weekends where you could go into a race and do like practice qualifying and then the race and everything, which is obviously how that stuff sort of works. It doesn't really work that way in GT7 per se. And then also they're going to add more endurance races into the game, which was interesting to hear them say that like for the first time we're doing 24-hour races. Like, nah, dog, you did that in Gran Turismo 4. I played that. I did that 24-hour race at the Nürburgring so I could unlock that F1 car.
Bro, why did you do that?
Well, they had a thing in GT4 where like you could like train up an AI driver.
Okay.
So you could do part of the race and then like you could switch it to the AI driver and let them drive as well. So that's what I did. Basically let the AI drive overnight while I was at school and then came back and
Nice.
finished it.
Nice.
So I wonder if they'll have something like that again with this to make that more doable for, people who want to try those, or if it'll just be like, you're going to be there by yourself.
Time to just
Have
become
fun.
full degenerate.
Yeah, and I wonder as well how many other endurance races they'll add as well in terms of like hour length. Like if they'll do like 12 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours, all that sort of stuff as well. Um, yeah, it's an interesting thing, especially to put this behind a paywall, considering this will be the first like paid DLC of the game. So yeah, I'm curious to see how this all plays out. It's an interesting way to go with this game for sure.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's coming out, like I said, alongside the Spec 3 update in December. After that, we got Motion Wreck. Do I remember what this game was? No.
No, I also don't.
This just says this indie game is about recording your movements and playing them back at different points in the stage. I think I remember that vaguely.
I don't.
It was like a side scroller, I think.
Oh, okay.
Either way, it's coming out in spring of 2026.
Good for them.
Wandering Sword is a game that came out on PC, I guess, a couple of years back. Is a Chinese martial arts RPG, and it had like I think the 2D look and everything. It's coming out on May the 28th of 2026 for PS5 with all the previous downloadable content included.
I thought it was really funny that And I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's the state of play Japan, but they're like, it's fully voice acted in Japanese.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it's Chinese. But yeah, um, that made me giggle a little bit. It was fully voice
Yeah.
acted in Japanese, but it looked neat. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, so
I don't either. I don't like martial arts that much, so
I mean, I could just do this here. Steam, open up, type in Wandering Sword, and see what the reviews are on Steam.
yay!
If Steam will it's taking a sweet time to update, of course.
Oh well, that's just Steam being Steam. I have the
What
Steam
games are going to
app.
update as well?
Can I do it on the Steam app before you?
Hang on, I'm waiting for network. Am I going to beat you?
I have it pulled up.
Dang it! I'm logging in.
Um, okay. Do you want me to spoil it or do you got it?
I'm here. Hang on. Wandering Sword. $25. Very positive.
Mm-hmm.
Overwhelmingly positive. So people seem to like it. So there you go.
There you go. The art was neat.
Yeah. After that, No Sleep for Kaname Date from the Somnium Files is coming to the PS4 and PS5 and also the Xbox on February the 26th of 2026. It's just the game we played back in the summer, so nothing new that they added. It's just coming to the other platforms.
Which I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
More people can play it then. That's great. But
It'll probably run better than it did on the OG Switch, so that's probably a good thing as well.
yeah, I mean, it ran fine on the Switch too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine it'll run pretty nicely and um people can enjoy that game.
They can enjoy being like, wait a minute, this is just a Zero Escape
This
game.
is just Zero Escape,
Yeah.
which I don't have a problem with that.
So yeah, that's coming out February the 26th of next year for those consoles. Tokyo Extreme Racer is coming to consoles. It's been out on PC for a bit. This is a reboot of the like PS2 era Japanese street racing game. Coming February 26th, 2026 on the PlayStation.
Time traveling.
Probably other places as well. Maybe they'll let you get that the HoloLive DLC that they put into the PC version.
Whoa.
Here's a game that Al played recently. Once Upon a Katamari
A Katamari.
is getting 2 DLC packs.
I thought it was gonna be like actual DLC packs.
No, it's just music. I mean, that's what the DLC is for right now for that game, is just music.
Yeah, I just was hoping for like more levels, especially since I platinumed it.
Yeah. Dance Dance remixes in November and Neo remixes later in the winter will be coming out for the game. So if you want more music, you can have it.
And they are also giving out free cousins.
Yes.
So
Cousin.
you get a free cousin.
Pac-Man World 2 Repack Sonic the Hedgehog downloadable content is out now. You can make Pac-Man look like Sonic the Hedgehog and run around in some Sonic levels.
Yep.
Very cursed Sonic Pac-Man.
It was pretty cursed, yeah.
Digimon Story Time Stranger is getting its first DLC this winter called Alternate Dimension. They showed a trailer for it and everything. I still want to play the new Digimon Story game. I just have not bought it and had time to play it.
Right.
And then also getting DLC is Super Robot Wars Y. Getting paid DLC on November the 21st, so that'll be out by the time you hear this. You get new robots and folks from these series. Galaxy Cyclone Brazier, Futopai, the Portrait of Kamen Rider Skull, and of course, the Big O.
I'm sure that makes sense to some people.
I watched the Big O back in the day on Toonami.
Oh.
The Big O is like, what if we made a show about a dude who has a mech, but he's also kind of just like Batman?
Oh. All right.
Kind of just how it was. And Monster Hunter Wilds is getting title update 4. They'll get a new big old monster on the 16th of December. The giant halberd dragon Gogmazios.
Gogmazios?
Yeah, sure. Either way.
That guy.
That guy. That
That
guy.
guy.
Sonic Racing Crossroads is getting some DLC release dates and everything. The SpongeBob downloadable content will come on November the 20th. And then free Sega crossover characters will be coming, including Knight in December 2025, II from Super Monkey Ball on January of 2026, and Tangle and Whisper from the Sonic the Hedgehog IDW comics in February of 2026.
And then the other thing that made me excited was Corone mention.
Yeah, the Corone's Sonic song is going to be put into the game, which I think that had been announced before,
It had
but it
been,
was nice to see it here in this trailer. Hopefully, that will also be coming to will be coming to all versions of the game and not just the Japanese version.
Yeah, we can only hope, right?
That would be very nice. Nevergrave the Witch and the Curse is a Metroidvania game. Got a release date along with a new trailer coming March the 5th of 2026.
So the art on this was really, really pretty. And I was kind of into it, and then they're like, it has roguelite mechanics. It's like
No.
like if it had just been a Metroidvania, I would have been like super, super in. But then they pulled that out, and I'm just like, well, I've immediately lost all interest. Yay.
Well, what about Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X?
This one was weird.
I think this is like originally a mobile game as well.
Really?
I think so. This is a roguelite action game in the Blaze Blue series. It's coming out February the 12th, 2026.
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue. Interesting way to take the series. And then also Arc System Works is making a twin-stick shooting action game called Damon and Baby, where you are a demon king and you gotta run around with a kid and shoot some stuff. That's coming out in early 2026. That looked interesting, at least.
Yeah.
It's interesting as well that Arc's making a twin-stick shooter.
Right.
Kyoran Makaism is a new action RPG from the folks behind Disgaea. That one lady had a big old booba.
Big old booba. My God, them were tiggle bitties.
You can turn defeated enemies into familiars.
And
have them fight alongside you and be like, whoa.
Whoa.
That's coming out January the 29th of 2026.
Why does it say 2006 on there?
Look, that's the second time I've seen 2006 here, so.
Somebody is nostalgic for 2006.
Aren't we all?
Honestly, I graduated high school that year, and it wasn't quite as bad, I guess.
Fate Trigger is an anime third-person shooter that's been out, or at least in terms of like beta or something on PC. It's getting a release on consoles next year as well. Octopath Traveler 0 got a new trailer. They also announced a demo was out for it. That you could play, I think, like the first couple of hours of the game, and then the save would transfer over to the main game when the game comes out on December the 4th. Soon. They did a whole sit-down segment about Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, where they talked about how they are adding Spider-Man and Ghost Rider to the video game.
Yeah, they were talking a lot about like why they pick certain versions of Ghost Rider.
Yeah. They're also going to do another beta for the game December the 5th to the 7th. I got into that first beta they did.
Oh, did you? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, it was a tag fighter from Arc. So
right. You know what to expect.
It pretty much played as I expected it to. It seemed pretty accessible. Like I think we talked about when this first was announced, that like if you're making a Marvel fighting game, you kind of have to make it a little bit accessible for people who aren't going to be like knee deep in the trenches of fighting games and everything. And it seems like they're doing that, to an extent and everything. So like that seems pretty smart. It looked pretty. It played well. Again, I'm not like the biggest tag fighter person, so like that's not like a big driving point for me, and I don't know if I'll like do this next beta for it or anything. So I I played a little bit of it. I was like, all right, I'm good. But yeah, I mean, it seems like it's going to be pretty good for what it is, and for the people who want that, they're going to be pretty pleased with what this game is.
Nice.
Elden Ring. Nope. Elden Ring Night Rain. There we go.
There you go. Nailed it. First try.
Getting its first big DLC, The Forsaken Hollows. Coming out December 4th. It'll include new bosses, new characters to play, more stuff as well. So if you've been thinking, man, I played a lot of that Elden Ring multiplayer game, and then they didn't put anything else out. Well, now's the time to head back and fight some more bosses. Get your crew together. Don't get sucked up into the circle.
What?
That's how you progress in that game. It's basically like a battle royale where like a circle encloses on you.
Oh.
It's
Did
really
not know that.
it's an interesting game for sure. That was the end of the games segment of the
Yes.
state of play, and then Sony's like, "We got some hardware you want to talk about? We got a new monitor."
Yep.
27-inch monitor, 1440p screen, 240 hertz refresh rate, VRR support, and it comes with a charging hook to charge your DualSense controller.
I mean, the charger's pretty cool,
Sure.
but like, I'm not gonna pay for a whole ass monitor just to have a charging hook.
Yeah. Also, this is only going to come out in Japan and the US, which is interesting.
Huh. All right.
And then also they are putting out a PS5 digital version for Japan only.
Japanese language only.
Yeah, this is similar to what Nintendo had done for the Switch 2, I believe.
Yes.
So this is a cheaper version of the PS5 digital version. It'll be, let's see here, 55,000 yen, which is about $355. That is down from the current price of the PS5 digital, which is 72,980 yen, or $475. Which apparently is still not as low as it was when it originally came out, which was at 39,980 yen, or $260.
That's a huge difference.
That is a huge difference. Yeah, I really wonder if this is really going to do much for them. Because, like, I mean, look, it's a cheaper price point, of course.
Right.
But are you really going to get enough sales of this that really justifies doing it?
Good question.
Like the Switch 2 made sense because like that was them doing it at launch.
Right.
This is them doing this like what, 5 years into the PS5's life cycle, 6 years or however long it's been.
Right.
Yeah, so that's weird. And then like I wonder how many people are going to buy this and then be like, oh, it's only in Japanese. I just spent all this money on the thing I can't use.
Yeah.
For like, I guess, like non-Japanese people, of course. So yeah, it's an interesting idea, I guess. But I really wonder how well it's going to work out for them. And of course, it is just a digital-only version, so no disk drive.
Gross.
I don't know how much the disk drive costs in Japan either, so I guess I don't know if it really offsets the price. I'd assume it has to, because like the price between the regular digital and this version is $120, $120 difference. So, But yeah, that is the Sony State of Play. Excuse me, for what month was this? November. November the 11th of 2025.
Yeah, November has been a long month already.
I was about to say September.
Nice.
Which is very wrong.
You're just time traveling, man.
Apparently. Yeah, that's I thought that, they would show off maybe a couple more things, especially if this is like, to look at stuff from Japan. Like, some maybe other big things coming out of Japan, or at least get a look at some stuff, but not really. There's just a lot of stuff that's like either about to come out or coming out within the next like 6 to 8 months, essentially. So, yeah. That's Sony for you. They did their thing.
They did. They had a concierge help us out.
They did. Thank you, concierge, for helping us out in this
Thank
trying
you.
time.
We needed it.
Mm-hmm. But that's gonna do it for us this week. This week.
This week?
This week.
This week.
So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalamecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts, like Jared now watching. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky, seasonalamecheckup.com. Buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early. Our monthly exclusive Patreon podcast. We'll have a new episode of that out soon. Soon. Because the end of the month is rolling around.
Mm-hmm.
And it is my pick for a film.
It is. And I don't know what you're going to pick.
It's true. Who knows?
It's not like last month where I was like,
you were locked in
on,
immediately.
Like, it's going to be E.T. And I told you straight up, we're watching E.T.
Yep. Ouch.
Ouch.
And now that movie has permeated into our just vocabulary of talking to each other.
Whoa.
Whoa. Look what you've done.
I've done great things.
It's true. So yeah, look forward to a new episode of that out soon, and you can also go back and listen to our previous episodes of that and all the other bonus content you can find on the Patreon as well. Next week, I believe we'll finally be able to talk about Trails in the Sky first chapter.
Yes.
I have beat it.
Yes.
So, hey, we can finally talk about it. We can talk about how different it is from the original version and where we're going to go next. And my thoughts on it, because I played it for the first time, so.
Yay.
We'll talk about all of that.
And we have news about second chapter.
And we have news about second chapter as well. So look forward to all of that next week.